there was an element to the situation that I couldn't see correctly, that I knew wasn't matching up correctly, but I couldn't put the pieces together. It's because most people don't have two moms and two dads. And not only that, but two sets of parents, and each set of parents have their roles reversed. So, for instance, in my life, my birth dad was in his masculinity way too much, and my mom was in her femininity way too much. So they became dark feminine energy and dark masculine energy. And my adopted parents were the opposite. My father had dark feminine energy, and my mother had dark masculine, because they both sets of parents refused to look inside themselves and fucking heal their inner child pain. The pain that literally molded them into the people that they became as adults. So I was literally having to deal with karmic lessons both ways. Generational curses through both families, until I finally started doing my own inner work and realizing all this stuff. But I hadn't quite figured out this little component to the fact that I thought I figured out my daddy issues, so then I started getting triggered with mommy issues, and I was thinking, okay, mommy issues as in my birth mother, that's where I need to focus on, until I realized, well, no, my adopted mother is coming up in my dreams quite a fucking bit. Maybe I need to look into something there too. Maybe it's not just my birth mom, but it wasn't that at all. It was the masculine or feminine parts of me. Miranda Hogue was a dark masculine, and they get triggered by light feminine energy, because at one point in their life they were told that their sexuality was wrong, or their sexuality was used against them in some type of way, whether that be taken from them at an age that it shouldn't have been, or just, told by their mom, for instance, oh, you're nothing but a fucking slut, And it's insane, because that was the kind of stuff that I got from Miranda. Was I have sexual traumas, therefore I'll always be stuck in these sexual problems in my life, and I'll never be able to get past it, therefore I'll never have a stable, loving home. And I took that into my married adult life and basically fucked my marriages up. With her words in the back of my head the entire time. And then if it ever got to that point where I did start to heal and I knew that I was more worthy than what I was receiving or something, then it was, well, if you break this marriage, no matter what reason, you are still unworthy because you can't provide your own children with a stable life. And that I get from my mother on my birth side, because she had the same issues and wasn't able to give her children the basic necessities that a child longs for, to feel safe in their mother's arms. Fuck. And it goes a little further into the fact that my birth dad, who also was a dark masculine, used me as a female to get everything he needed while I was a child. He used me to have protection from the cops. He used me to pick up young women and probably hurt them in ways that they shouldn't have been hurt. And eventually, after I thought that I was my dad's favorite thing in the fucking world and that nobody else in the world could ever compare to me because I was his favorite, when he no longer had anybody else to fulfill the needs that I was supplying him, along with his good looks and masculinity, he took something from me that he couldn't ever fix again. That was my innocence. So then I equated love to them taking away from my sexual energy, from my light, my God-given divine light. And if at any point I felt unworthy sexually, then I also must be unlovable.